So, welcome back. This is the 8th segment of Making Sense for 7 Minutes, which is a summer-long series, Monday through Friday, where we are surveying in bite-sized pieces our historical narrative as it is recorded in the Bible. And we're also asking the immeasurably relevant question, so what? Adam and Eve had been placed in this magnificent Garden of Eden. And God had told Adam, who subsequently reported to Eve, the only restriction to their activity: do not eat of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, or you will die. So, Satan tempts Eve. She eats that forbidden fruit. She turns to her husband, offers it to him, and he eats the fruit. Now, pause right here. As you look at this account, which is recorded in the 3rd chapter of Genesis, there is nothing to give you any indication that Adam was off somewhere while all of this was going on. Now, the fact of the matter is, it seems as though Adam was right there as Eve was being tempted, and he was silent. He should have spoken up. He should have responded to this clear and present danger and put a stop to it. But he didn't. So Eve took the fruit and ate from it. And then when she offers it to him, he eats from the fruit. And it's at this point that the most catastrophic event in all of humankind's history took place, which certainly warrants a closer look. Again, if you look closely at this account, you will realize that this catastrophe did not take place until Adam ate from the fruit. It was Adam to whom God had given explicit instructions not to eat from the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, or there would be severe consequences. He'd die. It was Adam's responsibility, and it was his unmet responsibility. It was his disobedience that brought about the catastrophe, not Eve's. Often, I think, that Eve gets a bum rap. Granted, she carried some responsibility, at the very least, the responsibility of influence, and she would feel the consequences of what took place. But it was ultimately Adam's responsibility to make sure that the instructions he received were carried out. And he failed to do so. Adam rebelled. He allowed pride, self-centeredness to win the day in certainly what had to have been a huge internal conflict for him. But nonetheless, he ate the fruit. And immediately, the most catastrophic event in the history of mankind took place, which was the disease, the corruption, the putrid contamination that is sin, entered our world. What has long been referred to as the fall took place, and as a result, all of creation was affected. Nothing went unscathed. You and I live in a fallen world. Nothing works like it was originally intended. From famine to flood to flat tires, all of these are traits of living in a fallen world. Now, we need to make sure that we don't miss something absolutely crucial to our understanding, the key to our history. It was the result of Adam's disobedience that the fall took place. As explained in the New Testament, sin entered the world through one man, Adam. And the solution, the cure, the redemption from sin also entered the world through one man, Jesus Christ. The first Adam in a garden, surrounded by all that he could desire, has one temptation, and he caves. Centuries later, Jesus, who is referred to as the second Adam, in a wilderness, after 40 days and 40 nights with no food, is hit with multiple temptations, and he is victorious. The first Adam in a garden is told, be obedient to the tree. The second Adam, also in a garden, is told, be obedient to the tree. The first Adam disobeyed, and death sprung up into our world. The second Adam obeyed, and life sprung up in our world as a result of his obedience. You guessed it, I'm over time. Thanks, y'all.